I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just in disbelief at this moment. I I'm just how, bro? Like, it makes no sense. I'm gonna try not to swear in the first 5 minutes of this stream, but it's the trade was announced basically 40 or an hour ago at this point now. Like, it's been announced a while ago at this point, and I'm still just in disbelief. Like, I'm sitting here just like, how the hell did this just happen? It makes no sense that this just happened. Oh my god, bro. I'm genuinely upset that this happened because I hate when the Lakers can just, like, you know, have superstars fall into their laps and they're just like, oh, see, look, we did it again, guys. Like, Rob Pelinka, we did it again, y'all. We did it, guys. We did it. We're so awesome. We're such a good team. Such a good general manager. And I'm just like, excuse me? Like, you just had a dude just fall into your lap. And you're like, yeah, we're cheering. Like, congrats, but also don't act like you just did anything today. I am genuinely just I promise you I will not get over this trade for the next, like, I don't know, the next 3 weeks or something. I might never get over this trade in my lifetime. We might have just saw one of the craziest trades ever in our history on Earth. Like, this is possibly the craziest thing ever that we've ever witnessed. Like, I won't lie, when I saw the initial tweet, which I had David sent me a message, so I'm just like, what? Like, this has to be a fake. This is a hack, right? Like, no shot, Shams just tweeted this out and it's real. And when I saw then the follow-up tweet saying, hey, no, this is real, I am not hacked, and then Bobby Marks confirmed Shams has not been hacked, and then Chris Haynes confirmed that, yeah, this trade actually did just happen. I'm like, the earth just froze. Like, we're frozen in time, bro. This is actually, like, we're frozen in time. We are officially frozen in time right now with this trade. Like, nothing else matters at this current moment in time. We are frozen. And this trade might be the craziest trade in NBA history. Like, no joke. Like, I can't even just comprehend this trade, and it's been an hour since it's been released, okay? I am losing my mind right now. I hate being a Bulls fan, bro. I genuinely hate being a Bulls fan sometimes. Like, Jerry Reinsdorf sucks. Arturas Karnisovas is one of the worst people ever in the front office currently. Mark Eversley hasn't done shit since his time being here, and I don't even know what to think about them sometimes. But today, there are confirmed people in a general manager seat or in a front office position that make the personnel decisions, and we officially know that at least one person is dumber than the Bulls front office, and that is Nico Harrison, who just decided today to go to the Los Angeles Lakers and say, hey, we want Anthony Davis, okay? We are willing to trade you our 25-year-old franchise superstar who averages basically a 30-point triple-double in his career. Do you want this trade? Like, how about we talk this one out? Because I think that we really want Anthony Davis, and we are willing to give up LUKA Doncic in this deal. Like, I'm sorry, bro, but there are just so many levels to this that I'm just like, Nico Harrison, I'm sorry, but you need to get drug tested or something. Like, the fact that Nico Harrison still has a job right now is insane to me. Like, Nico Harrison still is currently employed by the Dallas Mavericks. If you're wondering about Mark Cuban is no longer majority owner. So I don't know what Mark Cuban has in terms of his power with the Mavs right now, but he's no longer a majority owner. So if I had to guess, first off, if Mark Cuban was majority owner, I would probably think that he would say no to this deal. So this deal would never happen. But he's no longer majority owner. And they're just like, yeah, this is great. Like, we're just going to go ahead and we'll do this then, because the owners don't know what they're doing. Nico Harrison, again, just so you guys understand where I'm coming from with this whole thing, Nico Harrison decided that he is going to trade his 25-year-old franchise superstar, who is one of the best players in the NBA today at 25 years old, who led you to an NBA Finals last year. We all know what he did to the Phoenix Suns, right? The dude has a killer instinct. He basically averaged a 30-point triple-double in his career. And yet, Nico Harrison decided that he's going to go to the Lakers and say, hey, I want Anthony Davis. I want Anthony Davis so bad that I'm willing to give you LUKA DONCIC. And oh, by the way, I just want Anthony Davis, I want Max Christie, and I want your 2029 first-round pick. Which, first and foremost, if you are figuring out what I'm saying here, that 2029 first-round pick now is basically worthless. Why? You just traded LUKA DONCIC to the LA Lakers. No matter what happens, like whenever LeBron does retire, which I don't know when the hell that will be, but either way, the Lakers are going to be relevant in 2029 now. You just trade your 25-year-old superstar to that team. That pick is worthless, bro. The pick is worthless at this point. Like, it doesn't make any sense, bro. And again, I want to repeat this one more time. He decided to go to the Lakers and say, I want Anthony Davis. If you're going to trade LUKA DONCIC at any point, which, you know what? Sure, you're the general manager. If you're going to trade LUKA DONCIC, you have the right to do that, okay? I'm not here to, like, you know, stop you or anything like that, but if you want to trade LUKA DONCIC, go ahead. You can trade LUKA DONCIC. But at least, please do it correctly. Like, I promise you right now, 26 other teams in the NBA had no idea LUKA DONCIC was available. Like, he decided, hey, I'm going to go to the Lakers only and not notify the other 29 NBA teams that, hey, LUKA DONCIC is available, guys. Like, LUKA DONCIC is available. So give me your best offer and we're going to make a decision from there. Like, he didn't decide to do that. He decided, no, I'm going to go to the LA Lakers and basically ask for Anthony Davis. You want a definition of malpractice, bro? Malpractice. Malpractice, bro. You just traded one of the most important assets in the NBA and didn't notify the other 29 teams about this. Sorry, I guess 28, I guess. But that's malpractice. I'm sorry. You got one first-round pick in this deal. That's worthless now. And it's funny because I pulled up some tweets about what Nico Harrison had to say to the whole media about this whole situation, bro. And first and foremost, he's just like, I believe that defense wins championships. I believe that getting all defensive center, all NBA player with defensive mindset gives us a better chance. Okay, sure. It is what it is. That's fine. Like, all right, cool. I understand that. I know what Anthony Davis is. Thanks, bud. But he decided that, oh, LUKA DONCIC, the reason why we want to trade him, though, is because he has constant conditioning issues, and he's going to potentially get a Supermax contract extension this summer. He doesn't want to give him that contract extension. Okay, sure. But the fact that you decided that LUKA DONCIC's conditioning issues is an issue, and then you went and traded for Anthony Davis, out of all people, who is soon to be 32 years old, and we know that he has, at moments, just been made of glass, right? It doesn't really help your argument, bro. It really doesn't. I'm sorry, bro. This is insane. Like, it is an insane night to be an NBA fan. We have honestly might have witnessed the craziest trade in history. The craziest trade in history, bro. My jaw's on the floor. One, the trade seems weird for both teams. Okay, so if you're wondering who I really think won this trade, to me, it's pretty simple. The winner of this trade is very clearly the LA Lakers, okay? And I'll put it to you this way, because I know that there are some people right now that are trying to convince themselves that the Mavericks won this trade, okay? I already told you one reason why the Mavericks did not win this trade, all right? And it's pretty obvious, but it basically, the pick that they got, okay, the 2029 first-round pick from the Lakers, that was a very heavily sought-after pick because you know, we know LeBron I mean, I'm going to assume LeBron doesn't play until 2029, but I don't know at this point, right? But you would at least think that in 2029, when Anthony Davis is like 36 and LeBron is, you know, probably out of the league at that point, that pick is going to be pretty valuable, right? Like, that pick is probably going to be maybe top 5 because the Lakers are just going to be awful. So that pick, though, that you decided to go ahead and get in this deal, it's now worthless because you just traded your 25-year-old superstar to this team. He'll be 29 at this point. He'll be in the middle of his prime. He's going to make this team relevant in some sort of way. Do I think they'll be contenders? I don't know in 2029, right? But this trade here, that 2029 pick is basically worthless now if you're the Mavs, okay? There's no reason for you to even look at this as an asset now because you decided, hey, this pick, like, yeah, we got it. Oh, by the way, we just traded our 25-year-old superstar to this team. That pick is now worthless, okay? So that's reason number 1 why this trade is bad for the Mavs, okay? And if you're the Lakers, you obviously give this up now. Like, absolutely you give up a 2029 first-round pick for LUKA Doncic. Absolutely, okay? Second, okay, let me explain to you this way. I understand everyone's talking about fit right now for the Lakers. Like, yeah, I don't know how exactly Luka and LeBron are going to work out, all right? But right now for the Lakers, they've gone a recent, like, you know, nice run, all right? But they're currently sitting 5th in the Western Conference. They're a game below the Denver Nuggets at the moment. They're like 10 games out of first place. Do I think the Lakers are going to win a championship this year with Anthony Davis and LeBron James? Probably not, right? I honestly look at that and I'm just like, probably not. I don't think they're gonna win it. But, you know, LeBron is LeBron, and AD, when he's actually right, is a pretty damn good player, right? However, after this deal is done for the Lakers, I would argue that the Lakers are pretty much still in the same spot, right? They're pretty much in the almost similar situation where you're probably gonna finish around the 5th seed. Maybe you get to the 4th seed and pass the Denver Nuggets now. The only reason why I'm just kind of hesitating for putting them up higher is just because Luka is injured, right? So I don't know how many games Luka's going to miss here. But if you had the choice of whether to, hey, this is one of our last chances with Anthony Davis and LeBron James is this year. We got to win the chip this year. It's all or nothing. Hopefully we get it this year. Or you're pretty much in a similar spot where you're probably going to finish maybe top 6 in the playoff standings. And I get a 25-year-old superstar now that's going to at least make me relevant for the next 10 seasons. And I know that once LeBron is gone, that I got my guy here ready to go. Like, I think it's pretty obvious that you're going to choose the guy that is your 25-year-old superstar. Not to mention you're trading a 32-year-old, almost, or soon to be 32-year-old Anthony Davis instead. AD's had a very nice year. Okay, I'm not here to say like AD's a scrub. Like, AD's actually been relatively healthy until recently, right? So I'm really not here saying that, oh, AD is just like a scrub or anything like that. It's just the fact that the age difference, right? The Lakers are arguably in the same situation right now as they were with Anthony Davis, right? They're probably not going to win the championship this year, but now you have a superstar at that 25 years old that's going to carry the franchise moving forward. Like, you're in a much better situation if you're the Lakers. Like, absolutely, you 1,010% take this deal if you're the Lakers. And I won't lie, I think it's pretty obvious that the Lakers are the big winners of this deal, because what's been reported from everybody is that the Mavericks went to the Lakers and said, hey, we want Anthony Davis, we're willing to give you Luka Doncic. This happened tonight, okay? This deal happened tonight. This deal was not talked about at all heading up till today, okay? It happened tonight, all right? It happened after that Lakers win over the Knicks tonight. They decided, yeah, we wanted to make this deal. The Lakers then, after getting the notification that, hey, we could get Luka Doncic right now, they got this deal done like that. In 2 hours, they called the Utah Jazz. They're like, hey, we need you to take Shafino, and we'll give you some second-round picks out of this. We'll get all the money set up, get every other details figured out. Boom, we got Luka Doncic on the squad. We won. We did it, guys. So I think if there's a big showing of who won the trade, I think it shows you that the team that was shocked about the deal and got the deal done in basically a matter of hours tonight won the trade, right? They desperately were like, oh my god, we can get Luka Doncic? I'm sorry, did this just big piece of gold just fall from the sky. Like, okay, yeah, we'll take LUKA. What do you want, Anthony Davis? Oh yeah, we'll give you Anthony Davis for sure. Yeah, well, that sounds good. We'll also throw in Max Christie. You want the 2029 first round pick? Sure. Give it up. Give out that 2029 first round pick. We don't care about that right now. Oh, hey, Jazz. Yeah, so there's a big deal going down right now. We need you to take Shafino. We'll give you some couple of seconds here. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's all good. Yeah, we'll take Markieff Morris as a salary filler for this deal. All right. We got a deal in place? Yeah, call it to the league office. Boom, we got Luka Doncic. That's what happened tonight. And I cannot believe Nico Harrison is still employed right now, because this is insane. Again, you know, you have the right to disagree with me, but from what I just witnessed tonight, and from everything that I've been told, again, Luka Doncic did not ask for a trade. He did not demand a trade. Okay, Nico Harrison did this on his own volition. Okay, there was no issues in terms of Kyrie Irving or Luka Doncic and the other players, right? The odd thing actually is that what actually seems to be the issue was that Anthony Davis and the Lakers are having issues. Okay, that's what's been like reported recently. I'm like, okay, sure, whatever. Luka didn't ask for a trade. Nico Harrison just is like, yeah, we're gonna do this, bro. That sounds good. I can't. I am losing my mind that this is what just happened, bro. This is insane. Trade looks like a Laker fan playing 2K franchise mode with trade override. Yeah, bro. I promise you this trade would not go down in 2K. I am willing to bet money that this trade would not go down in 2K. I genuinely do not know what Dallas is thinking. Like, I have no clue what they're thinking right now. What's going on? I just saw you. Oh my God, Tara. I'm sorry to break the news to you. Like, I'm sorry that I have to be the person to break the news to you. But yeah, this trade happened. I'm sorry you have to find out this way, but this trade went down today. This trade happened an hour ago, Taro. Like, I'm just here because I wanted to actually talk about this. And, you know, once we got the details, I'm losing my mind even more after finding out what happened. But yeah, this is what happened tonight. Thought Shams was hacked. Yeah, I thought Shams was hacked too. Like, David sent the initial Shams tweet, like this tweet to me, and I'm just like, no shot. Like, this is fake, right? Like, Shams got hacked, right? Nope, he didn't get hacked. This is real. They have drug testing for players, but need for GMs too. Absolutely, bro. At this point, we need to drug test Nico Harrison badly. Like, at the very least. Malpractice, yeah. Lakers come get Vooch. That is gonna honestly be the big question now, because the Lakers do not have a center, right? Their centers Jackson Hayes and Christian Coloco. So I don't know what exactly their plan is for center. Maybe LeBron just plays center. But yeah, I mean, honestly, ironically now, Spot Track has been weird for me because like I haven't been able to load this because I'm sure everyone's on this website right now. Like, I'm sure that everyone's in their mother is just like, yeah, we're gonna be on this website at the moment. But I mean, if you're the Lakers now, like, I don't know what exactly how many picks you have left, but here really quickly. So if you're the Lakers, like, I don't really think a Vucevic trade makes sense because, I mean, you now have Luka, who doesn't really play defense, and then LeBron's defense obviously has declined, which is not his fault. But I mean, you have some picks here, right? So you can't. So this 2025 is gone. You can't trade this one. This is also technically gone, so you can't trade this one. So you traded this one. So I guess you could trade your 2031 pick now, right? You have some seconds. Actually, no, you don't really have many seconds. Okay, I don't know, honestly. It would have to be some sort of weird deal, but there is now a chance, like, yeah, maybe you trade, like, you know, Rui Hachimura for Nikola Vucevic, right? I doubt that would happen. I think they're gonna go and probably try to find, like, some, like, rim running center. But yeah, maybe that's something that they'll do. I've been following sports for a long time. I can't think of any trade similar to this. Honestly, bro, I don't think there's ever been a trade similar to this. Like, this is something that, like, you would never ever think would ever happen because it makes no damn sense to ever happen, right? If you're the Dallas Mavericks, bro, like, why the hell would you do this deal? There's no reason to do this deal, bro. I don't understand this at all if you're the Mavs. So it's like in our heads, right? We just basically just like, yeah, this deal doesn't make any sense. Like this isn't real. Like we don't talk about this, right? But instead it just happened tonight. So yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what we're looking at here, because it's also just to take reminder about context. The Dallas Mavericks were in the NBA Finals last year. So if the Mavericks were like being bad, like, if the Mavericks like couldn't find a way to win with LUKA or something, like they're stuck in the middle or something like that, I can understand it, right? Like I can understand trading LUKA, but trading LUKA for Anthony Davis makes no damn sense. I'm sorry, it makes no sense whatsoever. So yeah, I genuinely do not understand this if you're the Mavs. With the current situation that we have, right? They were just in the NBA Finals last year. I mean, I understand LUKA has conditioning things going on, but his lack of conditioning is a 28 basically triple-double average, right? It's close to. I won't say actual triple-double, but it's like a close to triple-double average, right? Like, like, I'm sorry, if the guy's gonna come in out of shape, then yeah, if he's gonna come in out of shape and average basically 28 points per game and almost a triple-double, then absolutely. Well, like, sure. Like, I don't have an issue. If you're the Lakers, you definitely take the bet. Like, there's nothing even to think about, honestly. Want to match trade for Zach next? No. If you're the Dallas Mavericks, this is the team, right? Like, first and foremost, Nico Harrison just said that they think that defense wins championships. So that trading for Zach LaVine makes no damn sense at this point. But not to mention, then I don't know what the deal would look like. Like, you'd have to trade PJ Washington, who's your starting power forward right now. You'd also have to include Klay Thompson, which you're never doing that at this point. Like, I don't know. I don't know what the idea would be at this point if you're the Dallas Mavericks. And obviously trading for Zach LaVine makes no damn sense in terms of what they just said. So you're not trading Zach, and also you're not gonna just trade Anthony Davis for Zach LaVine. That makes no sense either. Mavs decided not to go for it, but how about Vuce Lonzo for 80? Okay, that's funny. You're very funny, guys. Like, you're not gonna get Anthony Davis. I promise you right now, you're not getting Anthony Davis. I promise you right now. Lakers might put in a trade for LaVine too. That's another move to make their team way younger. So I've thought about this too. Like, what is the next move for the Lakers? I don't know. Like, if you're the Lakers right now, I think you're unfortunately with this deal. Like, you're pretty hard. Like, you're kind of stuck. Where are they in terms of? Yeah. So they're almost in the second apron, but they're not quite there, right? Trading for Zach, I think, just got really hard again, because it's just like you just traded a pick away that you would need to trade for Zach. I just want to see the money really quickly, because like I'm not. Don't worry about assets just yet. I just want to see if money works, because it'd be Rui, and then what? Fuck. Hold on. Sorry. Crap. Hold on. So I need to figure out if Dorian Finney-Smith can be traded before the trade deadline, which I don't know if he can. No, he cannot. Okay, so Dorian Finney-Smith is off the table. Without DFS available, I don't know if it's possible, honestly, to trade for Zach. Yeah, you'd have to include Austin Reeves, which is just, you're never going to do that. So, like, just so you guys are aware, these three aren't enough. Like, this wouldn't be enough. You just traded Max Christie away. Jalen Hood-Schifino is gone. Dalton Connect, it can't, like, you're not trading him, so I guess it would just be Christian Wood. Still doesn't work. And by the way, all the people that just got traded to the Lakers, they can't be traded in this deal. Like, you can't aggregate them into a trade. So it's basically not possible. So yeah, Zach's off the table for them, basically. Unless they're willing to trade Austin Reeves for Zach, which, you know, interesting, but I doubt it. Kenny, I need a video of Shams saying it. If you need a video of Shams confirming this, then here's your video, bro. Like, if you really like, if you really need a video of Shams confirming this, like, first off, hey, it's 1000% real, yeah, but here you go.
recent NBA history as far as it was never clearly out there. And you saw two teams in Rob Pelinka with the Lakers, Dallas Mavericks, Nico Harris.
Oh, sorry, I forgot my audio output is pretty low. But, like, I mean, if you need a confirmation, here it is. Funny thing about this is AD should have come home, but he showed allegiance to LeBron, and LeBron didn't show allegiance to him. Well, here's the thing, guys, okay? I think LeBron did show allegiance to Anthony Davis, okay? What happened tonight, though, is just that Nico Harrison decided to go to the Lakers and say, hey, I really want Anthony Davis. I'm going to give him Luka Doncic. If you're Rob Pelinka, and also if you're LeBron James, like, let's just be honest with ourselves here. If you're Rob Pelinka and LeBron James, sure, I'm aware that Anthony Davis is a clutch client. I'm aware that you won a championship with Anthony Davis if you're LeBron and Rob Pelinka. I'm sorry. Thank you for your service. You're going to the Mavericks. I'm sending you on the next flight. I get Luka Doncic, though. Like, it's a done deal. I'm not even thinking about it. Like, and that's what the Lakers did. They didn't even think about it. They're like, yep, we got it. This is BS. Yeah, I also think it's BS. Yeah. Want to know what Dallas doing? Brian, I want to ask Nico Harrison myself, but I don't know. I genuinely do not know what Dallas is doing right now. I am lost when it comes to this. Oh my God, Noel Noel, did you just find out about this too? Oh my God, I'm sorry. If I'm breaking the news to you guys, I'm sorry, but I'm aware that people don't have Twitter a lot right now because Twitter is a garbage website. But yeah, this happened. This genuinely just happened. Short term, I don't know, but the long term, I get the Lakers playing the new CBA. But I mean, here's the thing again. I understand if people are questioning the short-term fit. Like, yeah, I don't know how Luka and LeBron are going to really work off each other if they actually do end up getting to play together, which, again, who knows? I mean, Luka might be out for the rest of the season, which I doubt, but, like, we might not really see much of Luka this year. But I understand, that combination doesn't really make too much sense. But if I had to, like, go again about this whole thing, like, if I had to choose between, all right, it's AD and LeBron, this is one of our last years, like, we got to win it this year or maybe even next year, like, even next year's like a big question mark. And if we don't do it, it's over, right? Or or the other situation is, hey, we're probably if we make this trade, we're almost in the same situation as we are right now. We're probably not going to win the championship this year, right? But we now have a 25-year-old superstar that we have moving forward that when LeBron does retire, we know that this guy has our back now. So no matter what, right? You have your franchise cornerstone. Now you just have to build around him. Moving forward, bro, like, I'm 1,000% taking this situation for the Lakers right now. 1,000,000%. You did not have to give up all your picks, right? So if you're wondering, like, oh, the Lakers don't have any sort of, any sort of assets left to do anything. No, I'm sorry. They didn't give up all their picks. They traded one pick to the Dallas Mavericks tonight. They traded Max Christie, who is not that valuable to them right now, okay? They didn't have to give up that much in the future. They're fine. Right? They're in a very good spot right now. They're completely fine. Right? If you're worried about the future for the Lakers in terms of their asset pool, they're perfectly fine. Like, they have plenty to trade right now in terms of, like, trying to figure out the rest of the roster. But again, Luka's 25. Like, it's not like Luka's 30. You have time, bro. Like, you're in a very good spot right now if you're the Lakers. Like, all things considered, just because you knew that this was going to be one of your last years with LeBron and AD trying to lead you to a chip. And who knows, like, you're probably not ever going to get there with how OKC's looking and other teams, right? So if that's the case, right, then you make this deal and you're feeling really good about yourselves moving forward. You're like, oh, bro, this is it. Like, we're set now. Mavs' starting five is probably Gafford, AD, PJ Clay, and Kyrie. Yeah, so that is probably the new starting five. Reminder, though, that if you're saying, like, oh, this Dallas Mavericks team might actually be pretty solid, like, I agree, they'll still be pretty solid. Here's the issue. Derek Lively's out for a while, right? So they're missing a key center right now. So it'll be interesting to see how that exactly works out. It's funny because AD's like, I want to play power forward again and everything. And yeah, here's Daniel Gafford for you. Congratulations. You just happen to be now in Texas instead of California. What's Luka's contract situation? So here's the thing that a lot of people like. Here's the other part of this that I will bring up about, like, okay, why did this deal happen? Okay. Reminder, this, like, it seemed like Nico Harrison did not want to commit the Supermax to Luka, which is just like, I don't know what you're thinking. Like, you should absolutely commit the Supermax to a dude that is an absolute superstar, but sure. But Bobby Marks broke this down pretty much, okay? So currently for LUKA, right, he was eligible in this upcoming summer for a 5-year, $345 million Supermax extension, okay? This is what LUKA was eligible for, okay? Obviously now that's not going to happen, right? Like because LUKA just got traded, he is no longer eligible for the Supermax, all right? So Bobby Marks has kind of outlined like what would probably be the next thing for LUKA, which is that this upcoming summer, so this upcoming summer, when LUKA can negotiate a new contract, basically what's going to happen is he's going to negotiate probably a 3-year deal, okay? And the reason why he's doing this is because he's no longer Supermax eligible. But if he does a 3-year deal, then he'll be getting up to the 10 years of service time. And then once he hits the 10 years of service time, you'll then be eligible for 35% of the salary cap. And if you're wondering what that number is in the projected numbers for the 28-29 season, which is when he'll be eligible for that new contract, it's $72 million is the first year, okay? So think about that for a second. If $72 million is the first year of that contract, right, then you're looking at easily at the end of the contract, you're at least in the 80s, right? You're looking at probably mid to high 80s as the last year of that deal, right? So LUKA is like, it's crazy with how it all worked out for him, because unfortunately for him, he did lose some short-term money. So that I think is probably, that is something to keep in mind, because he would have been eligible for this $345 million Supermax extension. But if they play it right, which I think obviously like he won't have to worry about the Lakers trading him, honestly. If they play it correctly, then LUKA will be fine. Like, he'll get a lot of money moving forward. But if you're wondering about LUKA's current contract situation, about like what he's currently making this year, so a reminder, this was a Supermax because he was able to get the Supermax because of how well he played. But he has this year and next year under his contract, and then a player option for 2026-27. He is contract extension eligible though this upcoming summer. As you can see here, it says right here, hey, after this season he is extension eligible. So if you're the Lakers, obviously you're gonna try to give him that extension, right? So that he'll still have this year. It will wipe the player option out, okay? So that his new extension will kick in this year, the 2026-27 season, and it'll be a 3-year contract, right? And then after that 3 years, he'll then sign the new contract, which will be eligible for the 35% of the salary cap, and he'll get the most amount of money he'll ever get in his lifetime, which is crazy. So that is the current situation for LUKA's contract. I think Dallas trades off many assets now for future picks. I don't. I think Dallas is actively trying to win this year. Like, Dallas has basically completely given up their future with LUKA. Try trading LUKA. They've given up their future. They are going to try to win this year's championship now, because they have Kyrie Irving, they have Klay Thompson, they have Anthony Davis, who's going to be 32 years old this year. Okay, they're going to try to go all in. They're going to try to actually go all in on this team this year, which is crazy. But I'm not Nico Harrison. Zach and or Vucevic must likely go into Golden State. I think the Vucevic trade is pretty likely. I don't think the Zach LaVine trade happens at this point now, but we'll see. But to push the Bulls to go for Zion, maybe. Honestly, Bulls aren't going for Zion. It wouldn't shock me if the Bulls try. I won't lie. We'll see though. It's pretty low chance, but with the way the Pelican season has gone, DeJounte Murray just tore his Achilles. Like, it's time for the Pelicans to sell. So if they properly sell, then Zion should be available. But we'll see what does actually happen. The Lakers, I built around LUKA with 3 and defensive guys, and any rim protected LUKA can make look good. Oh, absolutely, bro. Luka Doncic himself, like, you're a contender with just Luka Doncic yourself, right? Like, as much as I'm saying that I don't think they're gonna win the championship this year, Luka Doncic in the playoffs is a different beast, right? Like, it doesn't matter what seed you are. Luka Doncic is just him, right? So Luka Doncic, just having him on your squad, you're a contender, right? Like, I understand, like, you know, conditioning and everything, but like, I do think that when it comes to Luka, if you're just able to get to the playoffs, he is that scary, okay? But having him, and then, yeah, if you just surround him with the proper players, right? Like, you know, Kyrie was a perfect number 2 for him. So you got to go and find, like, that second guy. But yeah, you got to go and find your Derek Lively's and your Daniel Gaffors, right? Because that's what they did in Dallas, right? Like, Derek Lively and Daniel Gafford were perfect for LUKA, right? These rim-running defensive centers that, you know, they don't need to shoot or anything. They just got to be those very high-efficient rim-running centers. And then, yeah, you got to fill the rest of the roster. And you're looking good. Then I think you're set. Like, you're actively already a contender. Are you gonna be like the favorite? I don't know. Like, you have to go and obviously get the proper pieces to be the favorites. But I mean, you're in a really good spot still if you're the Lakers. Lakers still want Levine. I don't think it's not possible for the Lakers to get Zach. The money is impossible at this point. Did Cuban sign off for this, or is just Nico? Okay, so one more time about the Dallas Mavericks ownership situation. Mark Cuban is no longer the majority owner for the Dallas Mavericks. He sold his majority ownership this past summer. Okay, so Mark Cuban is no longer the majority owner for the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, I don't really know how much control he has still over the Dallas Mavericks. Okay, because there were the rumors that, like, even though he has minority ownership, like, apparently still things run through him. But if I had to guess, if Mark Cuban was actually, like, if he actually had control over the situation, if I had to guess, I think he says no to this deal. So I don't know what the situation is. Like, did Mark Cuban sign off on this? If I had to guess, no, but I don't know. Like, maybe Nico Harrison, like, legitimately convinced him, like, this is the proper decision. And I'm just, if that is the case, then Nico Harrison must have paid off Mark Cuban, or which, actually, no, he didn't pay off Mark Cuban, but, like, he did something to Mark Cuban to convince him on this then. I think Mavericks is something else brewing. They're not done yet. They better not be done. Because if I'm Nico Harrison and this is the only deal you make, like, you should be fired on the spot. Like, you can't step a foot out in Dallas right now if you're Nico Harrison. You better go make another move, like, right now. Like, you better go get Jokic or something. I was watching old YouTube vids and saw yours. That's how I felt. Oh my God, Ryan. Bro, yeah, I'm glad to break the news to you, but yep, here you go. Lakers should see if they can deal LeBron to Golden State so he can get his wish to play with Steph. Well, honestly, I guess, sure, but no, you're not doing that this year. The players that were traded be traded multiple times for the deadline date. So players can be traded multiple times for the deadline date, but here's the issue, okay? If, let's say, for example, like, let's just take this trade, okay? So Maxi Kleber just got sent to the Lakers, okay? So Maxi Kleber can be traded again, okay? But you cannot aggregate that contract with another contract, okay? So if you're the Lakers, you can send Maxi Kleber out for for second round picks to another team, okay? Like, if you're just sending Maxi Kleber out alone, that is legal, okay? But you are not allowed to take Maxi Kleber and combine him with Rui Hachimura and send him out in the same deal, okay? That is illegal. That's what we call aggregating contracts. So Maxi Kleber right now, he can be traded, but he can only be traded if it's just him going out, okay? You can send Maxi Kleber and picks out, right? But you cannot send Maxi Kleber and another player out. That is illegal, okay? So that is possible. Like, there is a possibility that the Lakers are not done and they'll trade Maxi Kleber for something, but that is the way it works out. Between AD and Gafford, the interior defense should be saying, I agree. I think that the Mavericks interior defense is going to look amazing, but still though, I don't know what the hell they're doing. Like, you're betting on basically AD to stay healthy and continue his MVP caliber form, Kyrie Irving to stay healthy and continue playing at an all-star caliber pace, Klay Thompson to not absolutely fall off another cliff here, okay? And you have to go and make the proper moves, right? I don't know who your number one is right now. It's probably AD, right? I mean, Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis is not a bad 1 and 2, but personally, I would want LUKA. If I'm being dead serious, I would personally want LUKA. Yeah, we'll see. They still gotta make all the pieces work here. We're gonna probably upgrade your power forward position, honestly. Or actually, no, AD will be playing power forward. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can upgrade your shooting guard position, I guess. Stephen A said this is the biggest shock trade in NBA history. Oh, I think this absolutely is. I think this is the biggest shock trade in NBA history by far. I mean, granted, I've only watched the NBA since 2012, so like I don't really know if there is any other biggest shocking, you know, move in history, but yeah. Maybe Barkley closest to it. Yeah, maybe. Saw some reports they didn't know if Luka wanted to sign a Supermax. It was one of the reasons they traded him. So maybe it's not that big of a deal for him. I mean, it probably isn't, honestly. But again, though, for what I've seen, right, it seemed like the Mavericks were the team that didn't want to commit the Supermax to him, right? So I don't know. Like, to me, this more sounds like it was the team that didn't want to commit the Supermax to him. I'm gonna guess if I was Luka that like he probably signs the Supermax. If he then wants out, he'll just basically say, yeah, I want out, like after you sign the Supermax. But I don't know. Well, Shivers Zion would live in Harold's chicken. Honestly, okay, first and foremost, like I don't know what it is with Zion and his whole health situation. Like, do I think that he has been overweight in the NBA? Yeah. Do I think he's overweight currently? I don't. I just think he's just made of glass. Like, I don't really know if it's really his weight is the issue. I just think guys are just made of glass, unfortunately. But yeah, if the Bulls do trade for Zion, it'll be interesting. You'd have to keep Zach in that sort of situation, but yeah. Any Bulls talk is no stream last game? Honestly, Rob, like, I know this is a Bulls channel, but like the last thing right now in my mind is the Bulls. Like, this trade just went down as like the craziest trade in NBA history. Like, we gotta talk about this right now currently. Luka is playing by himself. If you have a decently functional team, I think Luka at least gets you win the play-in. I agree. The majority owner for the Cavs, or you meant Mavs, is Miriam Adelson, if I remember correctly. I don't know who that is, honestly. Things that would be good. I think he's just trying to get out of New Orleans by any means necessary. I mean, I don't blame him, honestly. The New Orleans right now is just they're in a horrible spot. Fox probably pissed was the biggest piece of this trade deadline. Bro, honestly, I won't lie. Yeah, it's funny because, yeah, if that De'Aaron Fox trade does go down, by the way, if he does go to the Spurs, we are looking at, like, that is also a massive deal. Like, it's not Luka Doncic obviously going down, but like that is a massive deal. But yeah, like that would also be insane to look at because you'll basically have then it's Luka on the Lakers and then Wembanyama and Fox basically duking it out for who knows how many years, right? That would be an awesome battle to watch. Obviously Luka needs to find his co-star, but yeah. Thompson for Zach, I don't think the money works. And again, if Nico Harrison just made this whole Nico Harrison sent this out, right? If he's like defense wins championships, like why would you go and trade for Zach LaVine then? It doesn't really make much sense. But if you're wondering about this, I just don't think it's very possible. So yeah, I mean, like this is the deal, right? You'd have to include these two bare minimum. And I think they like Najee Marshall, but he would also probably have to be in this deal. Like again, like just these three guys alone doesn't get it done for the Mavs. So it's like already, I'm already saying probably no. And again, like no Maxi Kleber anymore. Like he's off the table. So sure, we'll get Dwight Powell. Okay, here you go. Here's your trade. But it's like at this point, is this already too much, right? You have no Derek Lively already at the current moment in time. Najee Marshall's been pretty good for you this year, and PG Washington's also been a very important player for them. They're pretty willing to probably give up Klay Thompson for Zach, but obviously you can't just do that straight up. So I don't think it's really possible, honestly. I watched the NBA since the 90s. I can't think of a more shocking trade than this. Yeah, I don't think there is a more shocking trade, bro. And again, the part that just mind boggles me about this whole thing, Nico Harrison went to the Lakers. He didn't send a memo out to the rest of the NBA team saying, hey, Luka Doncic is available, right? Like, that's the crazy thing to me. It's like, if you're gonna trade LUKA, okay, trade LUKA for the proper thing, right? Like, make sure there's a massive bidding war for you that you might be able to actively get an entire team's future draft. Like, you might be able to get the thing, like, you might be able to get, like, the Phoenix Suns, like what the Phoenix Suns have done to them, right? Like, you might be able to control a team's future, like, next 7 picks, right? You would get their picks every other season and then have the right to swap. Like, that's what I'm looking at. Not to mention then I'm probably getting some good players in return as well. Like, that's the part that I'm losing my mind about it. It's like, yeah, if you want to trade LUKA, that's one thing, but the way that that Nico Harrison went about this today, I don't understand what his thought process was. The whole thing about this, how he did it, makes no sense. And yet again, I'm gonna say this right now. Like, this right here, I cannot believe that we are looking at a person right now that just committed a trade that he might actually be more stupid than AK. Like, I did not think there was a more stupid front office right now in the NBA than the Bulls front office. But we might actually be looking at a more stupid front office. And it's funny because I just praised the Dallas Mavericks like last year about what they did. Like, I actually think the Dallas Mavericks made some good moves. And they just did this. I'm just like, Nico Harrison, like every other season, is like, it's like good year, bad year, good year, bad year. And then he just completely just did this, and it's just like, what the hell am I looking at? Bulls need to take their time. There's no pick unprotected. I'm good. No need to trade Zach. Yeah, I honestly, I'm fine with keeping Zach this year because, again, there's a 97% chance you keep the pick currently, like where you currently stand in the standings right now. And yeah, like I think there is a chance that you probably just trade Zach in the offseason then for better value. But if the Warriors thing is legit here, like if the Warriors are going to be willing to give up that 2025 pick and give us Moses Moody, right, then I think you have to really consider it. But we'll see though. I don't really know if the Warriors are going to be willing to do it, especially after now, bro. Like, I don't think the Warriors are going to feel too good about themselves now if they trade for Levine. Why does anybody believe the Bulls would go for Zion at all? That move doesn't really sound like AK at all. I think the reason why is just because there were people automatically looking at the articles that came out when it came to Zion being available, and it's like, well, maybe the Bulls would be interested, right? Because they're really going nowhere. The only reason why Zion, I think, is convincing to me, like why AK might do it, is if he decides to keep Zach and try to win now. Then, you know, if you're like, again, if you're trading Patrick Williams, Kobe White, and a future first or something for Zion, right? Because Zion's value is at all-time low currently. Then, yeah, I mean, that might be worth it, right? However, I do think other teams would be willing to make that deal too. But if you want to go and get your superstar, right, then you get Zion, you keep Zach, right? That's, you know, it's a pretty damn good 1-2. You got to fill out the rest of the roster. The problem is then you don't really have much assets after that, but it's not a bad decision, at least in my opinion. Like, at least you're making a decision to go forward with a winning, like trying to win games, right? I don't think it's gonna happen. I'm just saying that is potentially a possibility. Of why, like, the reason why, like, I can even convince myself AK might even do it is because of that possibility. If we were all like 100% certain that AK is going to rebuild, then yeah, you don't make that move. But we know with AK that he's dumb. The front office is being pressured by the Reinsdorfs to sell tickets, so you gotta at least be relevant somehow. And so trading for a Zion, who's a former #1 overall pick, is gonna sell tickets. So there you go. Like, you gotta look at the motives, right? I know it doesn't make much sense, but it's like, you know, the front office doesn't make a lot of sense in terms of actually making good decisions. But when it comes to making decisions to sell tickets, you know, it's not that hard, right? So look at potentially becomes a free agent and sign with the champion. Wait, what? No, that's not what we said. Normally the Fox trade would be the most massive in a given year. Oh, absolutely, bro. Yeah. Same with Vooch. There's no first round pick. I'm good. Unstoppable. I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna get a first round pick for Vooch. And if you do, it's gonna be like heavily protected, which is basically like worthless. So you need to settle for 2 seconds. If the Bulls can get 2 second rounders for Vucevic, I'm very happy. Vooch has not, like, Vooch has overall played well this year, but his 3-point percentage has really declined in last month, which we're officially now in February. So in January though, Vooch shot 29% from 3-point range, or 28% honestly for 3-point range in January. I don't know what it was, but it was awful. So that already is just concerning. So I'm already here to say, like, no, you need to sell for 2 seconds for Vooch. You're not getting it first for Vucevic. That's because you didn't put a trade. You put it out there. There has to be a better trade out there. At least that's what I'm thinking. Because the other part about this whole thing from Nico Harrison that doesn't make much sense to me is that he's just like, we're built to win now and in the future. I'm like, you have a 32-year-old Anthony Davis, a 32-year-old Kyrie Irving, and a 34-year-old Klay Thompson leading your core. Like, you're not built for the future. I'm sorry. You're built for basically the next 2 to 3 seasons. And that's basically betting that no one falls off a cliff here. Like, I don't believe you. If I'm personally a Dallas Mavericks fan, I don't believe what Nico Harrison is saying at all. I think he's absolutely insane. Like, you're not built for the future. If he came out and said, hey, we're built to win now and we're going for it now, okay, at least you have that in mind correctly, right? At least you can evaluate your team rightly and be like, okay, yeah, we're trying to win now. Like, it's basically the next couple of seasons, we're going for it now. Which, you know, I would like to have a guy that averages 28, 8, and 8 on my squad to do that, but sure, you know, all right, we don't have him anymore. But if we have a potential, you know, all defensive team center, and, you know, Kyrie Irving is, you know, still Kyrie Irving, and ideally then you go and get a third guy, then sure, all right, but what assets are you going to be able to use now to go and get that third guy? Like, I don't know. LUKA, I feel like if you were able to trade LUKA for a bunch of assets, I'm feeling maybe a little bit better about myself if you're a Mavs fan, but I'm not feeling great right now. If I'm a Mavericks fan, I'm still not feeling good. I don't feel good at all about this. Can't think of a hypothetical Eastern Conference equivalent, something with Powell maybe. That would be the closest to, like, in the Eastern Conference. Like, it would be Banchero, right? But I don't think Banchero is LUKA level. Like, I really don't. I love Banchero, but, like, I just think LUKA's just in a different tier. Yeah, so I don't really know what the equivalent would be in the Eastern Conference. Like, it would honestly be like a 25-year-old Giannis then. Like, that would probably be the equivalent, which obviously Giannis isn't 25 years old anymore, but, like, it would be like Giannis, you know, at 25 or 26 years old, just randomly getting traded to, like, the 76ers or something, or the New York Knicks. Yeah. That's what it would be. It would basically be the Giannis just at 26 years old, you know, winning his MVPs, and he just randomly just got sent to the New York Knicks randomly. Like, that would be the equivalent, honestly. But, like, obviously Giannis isn't that anymore. So, like, I don't know what it would be. Like, unfortunately, as good as the Cavs have been, like, I love Mitchell, but he's not LUKA level. Same thing with Garland, and Mobley's turned into a really nice player, but you know, I don't believe it. Like, or sorry, I don't compare him to any superstar. Yeah, I mean, Brunson, I know you just mentioned that, Rob, but, like, he's not LUKA level. And Brunson, if I'm not mistaken, I think Brunson's older than LUKA. I'm gonna double check that, but I think Jalen Brunson's older than LUKA. Like, hey, just so you guys understand, like, yeah, Jalen Brunson is much older than Luka Doncic. It's like, this is the part that it mind boggles me. Luka Doncic is 25, bro. He's 25, soon to be 26. Like, yeah, Brunson's turned into one hell of a player. Awesome. Yeah, he's been fantastic. He's not the same, at least in my opinion. Like, Luka, like, again, Luka's better than Brunson, and Brunson's 28. Like, it's rough. That's more information we are privy to. Seems so rash. I agree. There probably is more information, but we're in the middle of a weekend, and, you know, we don't have everything available to us right now. So I'm sure Nico Harrison's gonna have to go to some press conference either tomorrow or Monday and have to explain this to the entire media about his decision, which is just, that's gonna be interesting to watch. But yeah, we'll see. Is there a scenario where they were talking about different players and then LUKA came up and Lakers said, do not go to other teams and we got you down the road, wink wink? I seriously doubt it, and if there is a potential case of that, like, I still don't think it's worth it. Like, it's Luka Doncic. Lots of 28 games played, AC 28 games played. Crazy. That is kind of crazy, honestly. Bronny the Sparks. Honestly, bro, like, they're just, you know, you just gotta pair Bronny up with Luka to make Bronny look a lot better. Did you know, bro, I bookmarked this tweet, by the way, because of how insane that Bronny has played, like how badly he's been so far. Not trying to be, you know, just hitting on Bronny here, but out of the 4,404 players who have at least attempted 20 career field goal attempts in the NBA, Bronny James ranks 4,404th in career field goal percentage, which is basically dead last. He is shooting a whopping 9% from the field goal from the field in his NBA career so far. So congratulations, Bronny James. You are currently right now the worst ever player in the history of the NBA to have attempted at least 20 career field goal attempts. You have a field goal percentage of 9%. That obviously won't stay. If he makes one basket, it goes up significantly. But yeah, not a great start to his career. But yeah, if you want to make Bronny look better, then go play with Luka, because honestly, that's not a bad decision. To be fair to Houston's, Luka's prime was like when he was 20, 23 when he could dunk it. Well, I don't think that's the case, honestly. Like, obviously Luka put up better stats, right? But nothing tells me that like Luka Doncic can't go and average a 30-point triple-double. Like, I still think Luka can easily go and do that like right now. So look, again, by the way, again, like he averaged 33.9 points per game last season. So it's like, sure, yeah, his prime was 20 to 23, but he just had a career high in points per game last season. I think Luka can easily just go and average a triple-double like now. I don't think like, if you want to say this is currently his prime, fair, but I don't think his prime is behind him. I think, honestly, this is probably his prime, like right now. So, man, if you're the Lakers, like, you're going to be looking really good for like the next couple seasons. Or, honestly, I think Luka's game, personally, is going to age pretty nicely. Again, I understand conditioning, like, everyone's going to be talking about that, but if the dude is not in good condition and is averaging 28, 8, and 8, like, cool, I'll gladly take that. I think he'll be fine moving forward because he doesn't really rely on athleticism at all. But yeah, I think honestly Luka will be just fine moving forward, and the Lakers are looking at least good for like, at least the next 7 years. You're looking really good. Eastern Conference simply doesn't have enough aura, honestly. Since Jordan, yeah, it's been this way. I guess since LeBron and like his Miami Heat days, but yeah. Like, it's the Eastern Conference just never has it, right? It's always out west. If Luka doesn't get into shape, I think injuries will linger the rest of his career. I think that is the case as well. But if I get just basically 66 games per season from Luka Doncic and he's not really fully in shape, then yeah, we're good. Yeah, it's a bit of a joke. Duncan doesn't really make him better, though. The conditioning thing is real. Oh, I think the conditioning thing is definitely legit. But again, if the dude is averaging 28, 8, and 8 on bad conditioning, then I'm like, okay, I'm taking the bet. Like, I'll take that. I'll gladly take that. The dude is half trying, and he's giving me 28, 8, and 8. Like, I will gladly take that. What if Mavs medical team knows something about Luka nobody else does to make them feel okay to deal him? Maybe, like, maybe that's it. Like, that might honestly be, like, the most logical thing, Darius, is, like, there may be something in his, like, calf strain that, like, maybe he, like, tore his Achilles or something. And they're just hiding it. But if they did hide it, then that is obviously medical malpractice, and you're going to get a severe punishment from the league if you did that. The thing is, though, just a reminder to everybody, like, do I think Luka comes into the, you know, preseason out of shape? Yeah, I think Luka does. But reminder to everybody what happened last year's playoffs. Luka was not out of shape in the playoffs last season. He was on a bad knee, right? Luka's knee was not 100% last playoffs, right? And the Dallas Mavericks still made it to the NBA Finals on Luka, like, playing on 1.5 legs. Like, that's how good Luka is, okay? Like, the dude can come in with bad conditioning, and I genuinely just do not care. because he is just that good of a player. He led the team to an NBA Finals last season on 1.5 legs. Okay, his knee was messed up. And sure, you're gonna be like, yeah, his knee was because of his lack of conditioning. Sure, fine. If you want to say that, then he led a team to the NBA Finals with bad conditioning and a leg injury. Okay, so he's just that good. He is just that guy. So personally, I'm looking at this. I'm like, yeah, I'm willing to take the bet. So once again, I don't want people, because I've already had, like, I've had multiple people. I'm not counting you, Viper Strike, but I've had multiple people already try to come and be like, no, I think this makes a lot of sense for the Mavs. Like, I can totally understand this. I'm like, I'm sorry. You don't, like, from a pure value standpoint, this trade doesn't make any sense for the Dallas Mavericks. It makes no damn sense. But not to mention then, this guy is a top 5 player in the league currently. When he's playing at half, like he's half trying, he is averaging 28, 8, and 8. The dude was in the NBA Finals last season on a half a leg. Okay, like, he's that good of a player. I'm sorry. I don't think the Mavericks are going to be anywhere close to a championship here, because I think already funnily enough, with this trade, they've closed their window. Like, their window went from like, hey, as long as LUKA Doncic is here, we're okay. We're at least going to be a damn good team. We'll see if we can win the championship. It went from like this big to now, okay, we have the next two or three seasons. Okay, I don't think the Mavericks are winning a championship anytime soon. So unless Nico Harrison does prove me wrong here, then, you know, congrats to him. But I personally do not think the Mavericks are going to be winning a chip anytime soon. Reminder that the Oklahoma City Thunder have not played with Chet Holmgren for most of the season, and they're currently the 1 seed right now. Like, I don't know, bro. It doesn't seem very likely, at least in my opinion. I agree, Rob. They add up, but Luka's 25. Like, I get it. I'm just willing to take the bet. I don't ever hear a Lakers fan talk about a supposed Lakers tax ever again. Oh my god, bro. Nah, Lakers fans need to absolutely just, they have no right to complain ever again, bro. Lakers fans, they just need to actually put a zipper over their mouth and keep it shut and just watch basketball. Like, they have no reason to be upset right now about anything. Like, they were calling for Rob Pelinka's head. They've been saying that AD is, like, they need help and anything, blah, 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 blah. Like, no, I'm sorry. Luka just fell out of the sky and landed in your lap. Like, you had no right to complain. No right whatsoever. I see you, Rob. Feel like this trade, Bron is gonna move? Really? I don't think so. I don't think that's the case whatsoever. I think him and Luka are gonna actually try this year and try to see if they can win it. And if they don't, then maybe LeBron does end up trying to go to Golden State after that. But like, maybe it's like in the offseason then. No, well, maybe you're right about the offseason, but like right now, no. I don't think so. They're trying to beat the Spurs 1B Dynasty window. But when do you just keep Luka instead? Like, you just made NBA Finals with Luka. Like, if I was gonna try to beat the Spurs 1B Dynasty window, I'm keeping Luka Doncic. Yeah, I don't know, bro. I really don't it doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, really quickly, hold on. I'm gonna hide my screen because it is Twitter. I just want to catch up on anything that has happened. Yo, this tweet's awesome, bro. Oh my god, man. I honestly think this is what happened tonight. Because again, this happened tonight, bro. Like, if you're not aware from what the reports have been saying, this happened tonight. All right, like, there were no talks about this until tonight. All right, this trade happened tonight. We want Anthony Davis not available for Luka Doncic though. Yep, AD will be there immediately. That is awesome. Oh my god. Okay, you know, I personally do not trust Jake Fisher. All right, like I don't trust Jake Fisher at all. But like he was right about the Kobe White deal. Okay, so I do give him that. And he was also right about the Jordan Poole deal. Like he also got that one correct as well. But I mean, for what Jake Fisher is saying, so the Dallas Mavericks were calling teams about trying to send salary to them and trying to figure out, okay, hey, if you take this salary, what do you want? Like, what picks do you want in return from us? And, you know, the deal wasn't like discussed with them. They're just like, all the other teams know is just that, okay, the Dallas Mavericks are trying to clear some salary here for some deal. Like, that's all they know. They don't know that, oh yeah, the trade is involving LUKA DONCIC, by the way. Like, none of the teams knew about this. It was just straight up, yeah, hey, we're trying to clear salary. And it's just like, okay, here we go. Has a no trade clause? Does he have a no trade clause? I don't know exactly. The Mavs really just traded a face of the league 10+ years for a chip, which is a very big maybe. Yeah, the championship is not convinced. Like, it's not 100%, obviously. Oh yeah, I absolutely think they could have got a lot more for LUKA. Do you get Anthony Davis? So like, oh yeah, we're gonna try to like actually win this year? Probably not, but you might be able to get a ton of assets to the point where you can go and make a trade instead for like, you know, someone like Anthony Davis or something like that, and then also have assets left over. Like the way the Dallas Mavericks did this is just so mind-boggling to me. All right, let me go look to see if LeBron has a no trade clause, because honestly I don't know if he actually does. I think LeBron might actually not have a no trade clause, but let me look. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, he has full no trade clause. All right, well, yeah, we'll see what happens then. Like I said though, I think if LeBron does want to go to the Warriors though, then it would probably be in the off season. You know, you can either like you have flexibility, right? Like you can either decline your player option and try to do like a whole sign-in trade to the Warriors, or you accept your player option and then get traded to the Warriors, right? Maybe that is a possibility, but I don't think it's gonna happen today. Like, I just don't think it's gonna be a possibility in today's world. Or sorry, at today's deadline. Like, you're just not gonna have it happen. Or where LUKA gets moved like loose change, while Bradley Beal gets to choose where he goes. Yep, here we are. We are in this world right now currently. And Draymond, that is also true. Yeah, Draymond and LeBron are, you know, big buds. Mavs traded LUKA for the mystery box and was like, yeah, we know LUKA is LUKA, but the mystery box could be anything. It could be LUKA deal. Honestly, bro, I don't even know if it's that. It's basically just it's a mystery box of like, okay, we are basically rolling and hoping that we get the championship in the next 3 seasons, because that's our window. Like, we have to win the championship in the next 3 seasons or else we're screwed. Like, that's basically the mystery box. It's a very limited timeline. Okay. Really quickly, I do apologize about this, but I have to run an ad. So I do apologize about this. So, an ad's gonna play in about 20 seconds. So I sincerely apologize about this. So give me 1 second, and ad's gonna actually hold on. Ad's gonna play in like 5 seconds. So give me 1 second, and we'll come back and keep discussing. If you did not get an ad, congratulations. Sorry about that though. I did have to play an ad. I do apologize about that. Okay. Yeah, this right wait, sorry. Well, oh wait, it was the Wizards. Yeah, it was the Wizards. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna give people about like another 30 seconds with the ad. So I do apologize about this. I'm interested to see how far the revenue drops, because Mavericks don't really have the Bulls type of history. I think the Mavericks though have been like recently they've been pretty damn good in terms of attendance, right? Yeah, I mean, so the Mavericks have been the top team this year. So, I mean, you are right that, like, it will be interesting to see if it does, like, drop without LUKA. It is hard to look at, though, because, like, the Mavericks, like, they went from Dirk to LUKA, right? So I don't really know how attendance really works, right? Like, or sorry, no, I know how attendance works. Excuse me. I meant like I don't really know if like we can look at like some attendance like from like let's say like let's just go to 2016 for example. It's like the Dallas Mavericks are still one of the best in terms of attendance, right? So like it because Dirk basically led into LUKA, like there really is not like a year that you can like look into and be like, oh, like they didn't have like a a foreign superstar in the roster. And I know Dirk, in his later years wasn't a superstar, but like Dirk lasted a long time in terms of how good he was. So like once Dirk left, then like LUKA just took over. So it is gonna be interesting to see. But I won't lie, Mavericks fans are pretty like they're pretty hardcore Mavericks fans. Like they'll always go. But I mean, bro, if you want to absolutely just like get rid of half your fan base, bro, like this is the way to do it. Like you want to alienate half your fan base and be like, yeah, F you guys, we don't care about y'all, then here you go. This is how you do it. You trade your franchise superstar and be like, yep, we're doing it this way. Like I'm being dead serious, bro. If I was a Mavericks fan, I don't know if I'm a Mavericks fan anymore right now. Like I would actually be like looking to find another team to root for because it's just like, holy shit, this is insane. Better team I feel like would be the Mavericks at the moment, though. I mean, you could say that, right? Like, I don't. First and foremost, I don't know if that's even the case. Because reminder, Derek Lively's out currently, so like, I don't even know if that's even the case. Like, if the Mavericks, like, if you want to say the Mavericks are the better team, okay. But like, I don't even know if that's the case. I'm being dead serious. Again, Derek Lively's out. I didn't have to make another move here. But also, just keep in mind standings. Like, I understand it's like, oh, you're only 3 games out from like where the Lakers are. But 3 games in the Western Conference is also like the biggest thing in the world currently. Like every game is humongous right now in the West. Like 3 games is like, yeah, it's not that far apart, but also it's like the most important thing in the world. So I don't know, bro. Like the Mavericks might have they might actually be in like a ridiculously weird spot right now where it's like, yeah, we're going for it all this year, but we have to try to find our way into the playoffs via the play-in. And you can always lose just 2 games in a row in the play-in, right? Like, you might be the better team in both games, but you just happen to lose both games. Like, it's possible, right? So, if that is the case, though, like, holy crap, like, you just wasted a year then. So, yeah, I'm going to hope AD's all healthy, right? Because AD hasn't played. He didn't play tonight. Or, yeah, if we want to count tonight. So, yeah. We'll see. God, bro, I cannot believe this is real. Luka Doncic is a Los Angeles Laker, everybody. He's an LA Laker. Number 1 pick of the 2029 NBA draft, Michael Jordan 2. What do you think if your Lakers try to get Valanciunas or Mitchell Robinson, maybe? I think both of them are too expensive. I think you're trying for like a very cheap like rim running center. I don't know who that is. Maybe Mitchell Robinson might be the play then, but yeah, I really don't know who that would be, honestly. This is funny. Trending players: Luka Doncic, Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Maxi Kleber because he's part of the deal. Oh my god, bro. I genuinely cannot believe where we're at right now. Honestly, like Kevon Looney is honestly like a guy. Like, go get Kevon Looney. Oh, this is an interesting idea. How much is Miles Turner making this year? The whole culture is Dallas was set around him. Oh, for sure. I'm convinced it's Adam Silver behind all this. Had to be done to increase viewership. Honestly, if you need a boost in your viewership, bro, you got it, man. Everybody is talking about this right now. Like, I don't care if you're if you're just a sports fan in general. Like, you don't even need to be following the NBA at all. You're talking about this deal right now. I'm just pissed Lakers fans got such an easy out of their situation. I was sure they're gonna have to tank. Oh yeah, again, LUKA just fell from the heavens into their lap. Some legal stuff's going on behind the scenes. I honestly don't know. Like, I honestly think the illegal thing was Nico Harrison is just on drugs. Like, that's if I had to make an illegal accusation, it would be that Nico Harrison's on drugs. Don't you feel the NBA is rigged conspiracy theories too? I mean, bro, I think football is more rigged if you're gonna make an accusation, but sure. What do you think a Levine deal to the Bucks looks like? I think I saw something about him pursuing him. So, that's gonna have to be some sort of 3-team deal, because the Bucks don't have any assets. Basically, though, it would be Chris Middleton for Zach in terms of the contracts. If you're worried about contracts, right? It'd be Chris Middleton for Zach. Now, if you're the Bulls, obviously, you don't want Chris Middleton, right? Like, you're gonna send Chris Middleton somewhere else. But I don't know who the other team would be, right? Like, someone needs to take Chris Middleton. For the Bulls, then, like, you would need assets in return, right? And even then, it's like, I don't know what that would look like. Like, it's super complicated if Levine goes to the Milwaukee Bucks. Like, it's a very complicated deal. So you just want to really quickly look at this. Like, by the way, if the Lakers want Miles Turner, I mean, I think honestly it wouldn't be that bad of an idea. He's making $19 million. Trade Rui Hachimura and a first for him. There you go. You got Miles Turner. Okay. So I don't really know who the third team would be, honestly. I've not like really fully thought this out. Like, I don't know where Chris Middleton goes, but like in terms of money, all right. So this alone does not work, right? Bucks acquire too much money in this sort of deal, so they would also have to be sending out Pat Connaughton. Hello? Oh, sorry, I did not realize I hit this. So you have to send out Pat Connaughton or Bobby Portis. And I feel like if you're making this deal, you can't trade Bobby just because he's too valuable for your team. Oh, sorry. If you got an ad, I do apologize. They're off again. And I don't know. We'll just send Marjon Beauchamp out. Oh, fuck. Okay. I forgot about this part. So, the Bucks are in the second apron, but there is a way for them to aggregate contracts in the second apron, and they have to send out enough money where they would get themselves out of the second apron. So I know it's like, hey, this doesn't work, but like if they're able to send out enough money and not take as much money in return, then you're able to aggregate contracts to get yourself out of the second apron. That is allowed. But that again, like if you're wondering about this, like this is the reason why it's so damn complicated. Like there are so many issues with this whole thing, that it's just like I don't know how this would work. It's a very tough thing to figure out right now, and I personally just don't have the resources to figure it out, like where this would work. Bro, Mr. Glass was looking for Doncic. I don't think a number one pick would even out the trade. I don't think so either. It would help, right? But I don't think this would even out the trade. Like, unless I know I'm getting Wembanyama, like, I understand Cooper Flag is Cooper Flag, but like, unless I know I'm getting Wembanyama, like, that would not even out the trade, at least in my opinion. Would David Stern have vetoed? I don't know, honestly. I would hope not. You know, if people are gonna be idiots, then just let them be idiots, honestly. How do the Lakers deal with the adversity of pairing a star next to LeBron, who has never been what buck naked on the locker room floor before? Sure, this lack of experience hurts them in the long run. Wait, what the heck is this, Cody? What? What is that? What is that question? Is that your way of saying that? How are the Lakers going to deal with the star next to LeBron in terms of LUKA not being in condition? Like, hey, he averages 28, 8, and 8 with no conditioning. I think they're going to be fine. I think there's more Shams bombs coming. I hope so. I mean, I thought this year's deadline, bro. I was saying that this year's deadline is going to be trash just because of the new CBA is garbage. You can't trade big contracts unless you're trading a big contract, right? A lot of teams are in the first apron at the bare minimum, so it's just like there are so many like restricting trade rules right now that it prevents teams from making deals. But hey, we just honestly might have gotten the biggest trade in NBA history tonight, so it makes up for it. If there are no other moves in the rest of the trade deadline, then this makes up for it. Like, we're looking insane right now in terms of what we just witnessed. But yet again, the NBA is the NBA still. It's insane what the NBA can do, and just when you think the NBA is just going to be absolute dog shit with the NBA or the new current CBA, like, here we are, we're back. What? Did my music stop? Okay, no, we're back. Bro, I'm gonna go to sleep tonight, bro. Like, I know it's like almost 2 a.m. here. I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna wake up, and I'm gonna be like, no, this never happened. Like this never happened. And I'm gonna keep looking, just looking at my phone. I'm like, no, it did happen. This happened, bro. Luka Doncic got traded tonight. Never would have thought that would have happened in my lifetime, but especially never would have thought it would have happened when he's 25 years old. Like, if Luka got traded when he was like 32 or something, okay, sure, Luka got traded when he was 32. But Luka Doncic got traded when he was 25 years old. The season after, he just led to the Mavericks to the NBA Finals. That just happened tonight. I'm losing my mind. I cannot believe, bro, what we witnessed tonight. Because it's insane. Okay. Oh my god, hold up. Bro, hey, everyone's just like, nah. First and foremost, I'm gonna hope that's not like KD's phone or something. I hope not. I'm hoping it's just like a trainer like gave him their phone or something like that. But it's so funny. It's just everyone's just like, excuse me? Like, that has to be fake, right? Okay, should I slip that through? Yeah. Don't forget about Jimmy Butler. Oh my god, bro. I don't know if Jimmy's gonna get traded at this point, but like, if Jimmy gets traded somewhere now, oh my god. If LUKA stayed, how much would Dallas have to pay? He's up for the new max, right? They're cheap. Okay, so if you're wondering, Anthony, both teams could afford him. Okay, both teams could easily afford Luka Doncic. It's like that's not even a question. The Lakers they're gonna have to give him a new contract extension, but they can easily afford him. And it's gonna cost them the new contract's gonna be obviously a lot, but it's not gonna be as much as it would have been for the Mavs. What's going to be the massive contract is going to be the 2028-29 contract. That's going to be the big one, which is what Bobby Marks said here. Like, it's going to start, the first year is going to be $72 million, but the salary cap's going to be insane at that point, right? We might be looking at a salary cap that's like near $200 million in 28-29, or maybe even in $200 million territory, right? So I don't, like, it's not that big of a deal in terms of like, oh, $72 million. Wow, like, that sounds crazy right now, but again, the salary cap's going to increase. LUKA was eligible for a 5-year, $345 million contract with the Mavs this upcoming summer. And it's like, yeah, I understand that's a lot of money, but you absolutely give it to him. And you absolutely could afford it. Like, there's no salary cap restriction on it. You have bird rights to him, so you can easily re-sign him. There's nothing, right? There's absolutely nothing stopping them from giving him that contract, except for, hey, we don't want to pay as much luxury tax money, which is like, why? Like, you're already in luxury tax. Or, sorry, they aren't. But, anyway. LUKA, now with the Lakers, can easily stay with the Lakers. Like, it's not going to be as much money. It's going to be very easily just like, yep, we're good. We'll just give you the 3-year extension that he'll probably look to get this upcoming offseason. And then in 28-29, he'll sign a 5-year, 35% of the salary cap max contract. And then he'll get the starting salary is gonna be $72 million that year, which is insane. But cool for him. Will this affect like any selling teams / buying teams? Well, I think if you're the Chicago Bulls, this should absolutely make sure that you sell. But it limits, obviously, like if you're the Lakers, like when are you like what are you actively looking for another deal here? Like, I hope that, like, you know, if selling teams are hoping that, like, both the Mavs and Lakers are hoping that, oh, they're looking to make another move here. Like, we can give you this guy. The problem is, though, is that when a blockbuster deal like this goes down, then sometimes these deals, like, teams just kind of turtle. They're like, okay, we made a big deal. We got to see how the team plays, right? And we'll reevaluate in the summer and see what we can do then. So, you know, I'm gonna hope that it's gonna open up more buyers at the trade deadline, so that the sellers, like the Bulls should be selling, will have more buyers to kind of work with. But I don't know, bro. Like, with the new CBA and with this massive deal just going down, like, I wouldn't be shocked if the Lakers and Mavs are just done. They're just like, hey, we're good. If I'm the Mavs, though, you better go and make something else, because like bro, everybody in the world thought that Shams got hacked, right? That shows you how bad of a deal this is for the Mavs. That you made everybody think that Shams got hacked tonight. Like, that alone should tell you that, oh my god, you're like, what a horrific deal we just made. So, you need to go make another deal to convince the rest of the Mavericks fan base, which I don't know how many you have left, that you need to go and make a deal. Like, we're on our way to actually trying to win the championship this year. Because right now, I'm sorry, you're not beating the Thunder in 7 games. You're just not. So, I need the Mavs to go make some other deal. I just don't know if they're going to do that now. I think they're going to be like, hey, we're set. We're good. I think in terms of, like, the De'Aaron Fox stuff, that'll be interesting, because, like, I know that maybe the Lakers were going to get in on the Fox deal, but not necessarily, you know, trade for Fox, right? So, yeah, we'll see what happens here. I think Butler goes to the West Warriors. If I had to bet my money, I don't think the Warriors want Butler. I think the Warriors want to make sure a guy that they're training for is actually going to play for them. And honestly, here's where I think it might honestly mess up with the buying market. I think some teams are going to look at this deal and be like, holy crap, wow, what a massive deal that just went out. And we're out. Like, we're not going to make a deal then. Like, why would we make a deal at this point? But I'm hoping that this deal going down, it makes other teams be like, well, I mean, nice for the Lakers. Like, you're set up for like probably the next decade, but I mean, I don't think you're winning the championship this year necessarily. So, you should absolutely be looking to, try to get better then. So I hope the Warriors are going to be like, yeah, we're still trying to get better and try to win this year, which you have Steph, so you have a shot. Oh my God, bro. I'm still in disbelief, man. I cannot believe. It's funny because I know that there are people on the East Coast that when this deal went down, they're just asleep. Like, LUKA Doncic got traded for them at like 12:50 a.m. in their time. And it was just like, what? Like, they're going to wake up tomorrow and be like, what the hell did I just miss? It's a Sunday, and we just missed one of the biggest trades in NBA history go down, and we just missed it. Like, we slept through it. Like, oh my God. Like, Keith Smith, who runs Spot Track, he has not tweeted. Like, the dude's going to wake up tomorrow and just be like, oh my God, what the hell just happened? The NBA is an entertainment company. Honestly, they're doing a damn good job tonight. Does this trade boost Zach and Vooch value? I just don't think it does. Like, we'll see. Like, if this prompts the Warriors to like really actively make a move, then yeah, it will increase their trade value. But I don't know. I feel like the Warriors are just like, I think a lot of teams are just kind of like, well, both teams just kind of, I mean, you could argue either way of like who got better or worse tonight. I don't really know. I would argue that overall the Mavericks got worse, but that's just at least in my opinion. But it's not like, oh my God, this team is just gonna shoot up and contend next to the Thunder suddenly. I will say though that having LUKA in the playoffs is a very good thing to have. So I do think it makes the Lakers a little bit more scary than they were before. So I guess though it's just the way that you have to look at it. Like, if the Warriors are gonna be like, yeah, we need to make a move now, then yeah, it's gonna boost those two guys' trade value. But I don't know. I feel like some people are gonna be like, well, it might just kind of be a lateral move for this season, so it's not that big of a deal at the end of the day in terms of boosting certain players' trade value, or if teams get like desperate or something. This trade doesn't even happen on 2K. I'm not shocked. I honestly was just like, there's no shot that 2K accepts this deal. I was making sure I didn't read NBA Central as NBA Central. Yeah. Make sure you get that correct. Because Centel is the biggest misinformation account on the platform. But yeah, bro. Holy crap, man. It's just so funny to just see the reactions of the players. Yeah, so that this wasn't Durant's phone. Like, someone gave the phone to Durant. Bradley Beal is just still stuck here. It's just so funny, man. Oh my God, what a world we live in. Okay. Do we want to discuss anything else before I sign off for the night here? Funnily enough, the Bulls play in 12 hours. So, I will be streaming after that game because I wasn't able to stream after the Raptors game because I wasn't able to watch the entire game. So let me know. We want to discuss anything else before we sign off for the night and still try to wrap our minds around this insane thing that just happened. Oh, hold on. Do you vote for LeBron? We'll get to. I'll discuss that in just a second. Okay, I need to run an ad. I do apologize. So, ad is happening in 5 seconds. So, one second. Okay, I'm gonna stall for about 30 seconds. So if you did get an ad, you know, you won't miss anything here. Yeah, I still can't believe what we just witnessed. Bulls won Friday night, so that happened. I have no hope for the Bulls whatsoever moving forward. All right. Everyone should be back from the ad. Jimmy Butler for LeBron. Okay, so are we saying here that Jimmy goes to the Lakers and LeBron goes back to Miami? Like, to me, that doesn't make any sense, right? Like, obviously Jimmy wants out, but why would LeBron go back to Miami? Like, first and foremost, Pat Riley would not want that. But why would, like, in general, like, why would Miami want that? That doesn't really make much sense, at least in my head. So I don't really know why that deal would happen. Now, if you're gonna talk about, like, okay, maybe LeBron and Jimmy and, like, there's like a massive, like, you know, 6-team trade or something, then maybe. But like 6-team trades are like, bro, 3-team trades are already hard enough to pull off. Like a massive like 5-team trade that involves a bunch of money getting moved is like, that's insanely hard to pull off. So I really don't see that happening. Don't know why LeBron would want to go back to Miami and try to win with the Hero and Bam. Like, that just doesn't make much sense to me. You might as well just try to see if you could win this year with LUKA. Final prediction: do the Bulls make a move or hold again? If I had to make a guess, I think that the Bulls make one move, and it's gonna be like moving Torrey Craig. I've increased my Vooch trade percentage to the Warriors up to 40%. So I do think that it's almost a 50-50 in terms of Vooch getting traded to the Warriors here. But I don't know. I'm leaning towards it not happening because AK is stupid. But I do think someone like Torrey Craig will get traded. Like, or maybe Kobe gets traded or something like that. If I had to make a bet, though, I think Levine is staying. I think Lonzo's staying. I think there's a higher chance Vooch gets traded before either of those two get traded. And we'll see what happens with that. But I think Torrey Craig probably gets moved. But that's obviously nothing. Like, the Bulls basically did nothing then. Or should they send LeBron and continue building around LUKA for the future? Matt, I think you don't trade LeBron, honestly. I honestly just think that you keep LeBron. You try to see if you can win it, like, the next couple seasons with LeBron still playing or however long he plays. And then, LeBron retires, and you're still, if you're the Lakers, you're still in a fine spot. Like, that's the part where that's the part that it mind boggles me about this for the Lakers, okay? So, like, this year's pick is gone, right? You still have your own pick for 2026. Then it's gone in 2027. It's like top 4 protected, right? This pick is now going to the Mavericks, right? But then you still have your 2031 overall pick. You still have Austin Reeves. You still have Dalton Connect. Like, you still have pieces to work with here. Not to mention, then, you still are the Los Angeles Lakers. You get guys in free agency all the time. You get guys for cheap in free agency. You're fine. Like, I honestly think the Lakers are fine in terms of their asset pool, and then obviously they're the Lakers, right? Really quickly, like, we'll look at this one more time for the Lakers moving forward. But, like, I honestly think, because, again, you have LUKA. Like, that's the biggest thing. You just got LUKA Doncic. Like, that's like that was the one thing that I was just like, well, what do you, like, how do you get a guy like LUKA on the squad? Well, you did it. Congratulations, you did it. So now what? Let's see. So I mean, like, yeah, like, assuming LeBron is here next year, right? Like, so, like, no more Anthony Davis, right? No more Max Christie. He's gone as well. And so is Jalen Hood-Schifino, but he was going to be an unrestricted for free agent anyway. Okay, so you have LeBron here. So let's say about $50 million for LeBron, and you have LUKA's $43 or $46 million. Okay. So that, even that alone, that's only what, That's $96 million of the salary cap, and the salary cap's projected to be $154 million, right? So, you know, you obviously for this year, I think you're kind of set, but like for then this year, bro, like there's no money on the books for this year, right? Because again, AD's gone, right? This is when the new LUKA Doncic extension will kick in, but LeBron doesn't have a contract. You have Austin Reeves on a player option who he could opt out, right? You could very easily trade Jared Vanderbilt. You'll have money, right? And this year, the salary cap projection is $170 million, okay? So, like, you're already looking at a much, like, you have money. And not to mention then at this point, bro, you have even more picks to trade because it's further down the road. So, I think the Lakers are fine. I honestly think the Lakers, like, you don't need to trade LeBron to build around Luka. I think you try to see if Luka and LeBron, that duo, can win this, like, either this year or next year. And if it doesn't work out, then, you know, LeBron rises up to the sunset and you just stick with Luka moving forward. Because funnily enough, here's the funny thing, like, Anthony Davis's estimated extension, like, this is more money than Luka Doncic is going to be making in the next couple of seasons. Like, that's funny. Just think about that for a second. Luka Doncic is going to be making less money than Anthony Davis in the next couple of seasons than this projected estimate right here. Like, is that crazy? Two slouches on defense on the same court? Oh, I'm aware. Yeah, but they're Luka Doncic and LeBron James, right? I don't think you're going to win it. Like, I don't think you're going to win the championship, but, you know, it is what it is. You got Luka Doncic for the next decade, bro. I think you're fine. You don't need to win it this year. Obviously, you're going to try. I mean, if Luka goes and wins it this year, holy hell, bro. Like, we're looking at automatically talking about Luka Doncic being one of the best players of all time if he wins a championship this year. Hell, if he wins a championship any year, he's already in, like, one of the best players of all time. But, and what I mean by that, I'm like, we're talking, like, all right, like, he's already, like, in, like, you know, top 50 and probably arguably already, like, top 30 at that point. Because the stats this dude averages is already insane. And when he goes and wins a trophy and finals MVP, I mean, wherever you rank Giannis, I mean, you kind of have to put Luka almost in similar tier. And Giannis is already, like, in top 30 for a lot of people. So, yeah, I don't think the Lakers are winning it this year. I agree. Like, I think Luka and LeBron are, like, you know, these two guys are just, like, meh in terms of defense. But if LeBron doesn't have to carry so much on offense now, like, if LeBron's able to actually just focus on defense, then, like, maybe it's just Luka being a traffic cone on defense. But after that, though, I mean, like, you still have, like, some pretty okay defenders. I mean, you still have Reeves, Vanderbilt is back soon, and you still have Rui Hachimura and DFS. Like, that's not bad, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, that's not bad. Like, DFS is a really solid defender. Rui's, you know, like, he's more okay. I think his defense has been a little bit overrated. You obviously need to go and find a center because you don't have a center currently, but I think you can go and find it, honestly. Okay. It is officially 2 a.m. here. It is time for me to head to bed, though, because this is past what I want to stay up. Lonzo returning to the Lakers? Possibly. Yeah. LeBron's had a carry on offense. He's had guys in the past several years. He's just wanted to sacrifice offensive numbers for better defense. Well, okay. Let's be honest with ourselves, bro. LeBron at least is doing he's doing as much as a number 2 at bare minimum. Okay, that's not carrying the offense, but that's still doing a lot, right? Like, that's not just him just standing around doing nothing. Like, you're a number 2 on offense is still doing a lot on offense. It's not Jokic level, but it's still doing a lot on offense. Okay, like, do I think LeBron is being lazy as hell on defense? Yes, I think LeBron has been absolutely lazy as hell on defense. But we can't just sit here and say that LeBron is just standing and doing nothing on offense, okay? He's still doing a lot on offense. It's not Jokic. It's not, you know, we're running everything through him on offense, but he is doing a lot on offense, though. He's still the primary ball handler for this Lakers squad. They need to go and find some sort of center here to kind of figure things out, and we'll see what that exactly looks like, because I don't really know, like Kevon Looney, right? I do think that's an option. I brought up Miles Turner, and I think that is honestly a very good option for them, because I'm sure he's pretty cheap right now because the Pacers don't want to sign him to an extension. Last year of his deal, like, yeah. a guy to, you know, throw lobs to for Luka and then back him up defensively. So yeah, there's a lot I think the Lakers can do. They're in a very Lakers are in such a better spot right now. I know he's doing a lot on offense. I'm saying he could do less and play defense more, but he doesn't want to. Well, I would hope now that if Luka does return this season and is still, you know, playing Luka level, like, I would hope that he focuses more on defense then, because you have a legit juggernaut on offense now with Luka. So I don't know. It is LeBron. He's 40, so I can't really be too critical of him. All right. I just want to say thank you everyone to come into this emergency podcast stream, whatever you want to call it. This is insane. Like, biggest trade in NBA history might have just went down tonight. And I honestly, when I got the notification, I was sitting in a Discord call with some of my friends after playing a Valorant game, and I'm just like, excuse me, what? Like, this is fake. Like, I got the tweet sent to me by my friend David, and I'm like, that he got hacked, right? Like, Shams definitely got hacked. And then all of a sudden he's just like, no, I didn't get hacked. And then the world just froze. Everyone just froze and was just like, holy hell, Luka Doncic just got traded. And I'm still in that sort of state right now. I'm like, Luka Doncic got traded. I can't believe it. If you have not already hit the like button on the stream, please do. It helps me out a lot. I have to stream again in basically 15 hours because the Bulls play in 12 hours at 2 o'clock. So if you are a part of the Bulls community on this channel, Bulls play at 2 o'clock Central Time against the Detroit Pistons. I will be streaming after that game because I missed the last game. So be prepared for a stream around like 4:30ish, around there, whenever the game does end. We'll talk about the Bulls game on that stream, and then we'll also talk about this trade yet again, of course. We'll see if anything else does happen here on in terms of the trade, you know, market and everything. But I think an absolute just bomb just got blasted into the NBA sphere with how crazy this deal this is. I still can't believe it, bro. I'm stumbling over my words. Thank you guys so much for coming in. It's been a lot of fun tonight. Thank you for, you know, listening to my rant, and my mic is not very good quality, so thank you for listening to my mic peaking and everything. And I'll see you guys if you're here for the Bulls post game stream at 4:30ish. All right, thank you guys so much. Please hit the like button if you have not already. Ads are about to play here as I end stream. All right, peace out, y'all. What a crazy night. Crazy night. Luka Doncic is officially an LA Laker. Wow. What a timeline, bro. All right, I'll see y'all.